This is located on page 111 in your spiral from KU. This unit, this section should be review from Algebra 1 and Algebra 2, but we'll go through it. At any point, if you all are satisfied, don't feel you have to watch the entire video. If you need to fast forward to certain spots, maybe where you don't understand something, slow it down, whatever you need to do. So when you have a system of linear equations, you can have two equations, and the solution is where the lines cross. So these are y equals mx plus b equations. If you look at the first one in case 1, that's where it has one solution. The one in the middle, those are two parallel lines, so there are no solutions here. They do not intersect. And then case 3 is infinite solutions. That's two lines that are exactly the same. So when you solve systems of equations, you can solve with 3 different methods. You can solve from graphing, you can solve by substitution and elimination. Some books call elimination linear combination. So when you look at this example 1, both of these lines are graphed in y equals mx plus b format. So if you look at your first line, the slope is 2, and the y-intercept is -5. So when you go plot that, remember you start with your y-intercept, so -5, and then you rise 2 and run 1. Rise 2, run 1. So they've already graphed that line for us. On the other line, your slope is 1/4, and your y-intercept is +2. So you're going to plot your y-intercept, first, and then you're going to rise 1, run 4, rise 1, run 4. So the solution is where these two lines cross, and if we look at that, it appears as though it is at 4, 3. So the solution to this system is 4, 3. When you could check your work, so you could plug in for x, the 4, and then plug in for y, the 3, and make sure that both equations check. Okay, so going through a few examples, I don't know that we'll do every single one of these, but we'll work a handful of them. So substitution, you're subbing into the equation. So I'm taking, since this equation is already in y equals mx plus b format, I would take and plug x plus 2 right in there for that y value. So you have 4x plus x plus 2, all of this subbed in for that y, equals 4. And then you notice you have an equation that you can solve in one variable. So this would give me 5x plus 2 equals 4, and then I solve for x. So 5x equals 2, so x is going to equal 2/5. And then what we do next is we take this 2/5 right here. The easiest place to sub it into would be into this equation here. And we need to solve for y. And 2/5 plus 2 is 2 2/5, or we can change it. 5 times 2 is 10, and then so it'd be 12/5. So the solution would be 2/5, 12/5. And then you should check your work. So if we look at the one on the right, example 3, that is solved by elimination. So that means that you want to look for opposites. So when you look at your x's, you'd want to have a +7 and a -7. When you look at your y's, you'd want to have a +2 or a -2. In this case, I don't think it really matters which equation you change. The top one, maybe, we just want to do that one. I mean, it's personal preference in this scenario. I'm going to multiply the top equation by a -7 so that I can have opposites. I'm going to eliminate x. I'm going to multiply this by -7. So -7x minus 14y equals negative 49. And then I'm going to recopy this equation. And then you want to look and make sure you have opposites, because if you don't, you did something wrong. And then you're going to want to add these together, and you see these cancel. I get negative 15y equals, and then negative 49 and 19. So that would be 0, goodness gracious, 30, negative 30. So y is going to equal positive 2. So we're not done yet because we need to solve for the x value. So we need to plug in. The y is 2. It doesn't matter which one you plug it into. I'd go back and plug it into an original though. So I'm going to take this 2 and I'm going to go plug it in right there. So x plus 2 times 2 equals 7. X plus 4 equals 7. And x is going to equal 3. So your solution is 3, 2. Okay, looking at a couple more. You can see on example 4, and you can pick, honestly, you guys can pick whatever method you want to use. If the directions say use substitution, use elimination, that's fine. Most of the time they don't dictate it at this level as to what method you should use. Just use whatever you're most comfortable with. So I'm going to do elimination on this one. So I think I'm going to try to eliminate the y's, and I'm going to change them into a negative 12 and a positive 12. So I'm going to multiply the top one by a 4 and the bottom one by a 3. So I'll have 8x minus 12y equals negative 28. 15x plus 12y equals, all my calculators are dead, my goodness gracious. What's 3 times 17? Gives us 51. I add that together. 15 and 8. 23x, and then 51 and negative 28 would be positive 23. So your x value is 1. Then we need to sub it in. So I'm going to take 1. I'm going to go just plug in the top one. 2 times 1 minus 3y equals negative 7. 2 minus 3y equals negative 7. Minus 2, negative 3y equals negative 9. That means that y is positive 3. So your solution is 1, 3. Okay, so this one is a little different. You have 1 over x plus 1 over y equals 8. And then you have the x's on the bottom. So what we want to look at is, I'm going to go ahead, we have a negative 5 here, right here. So I'm going to make this a negative 5, or positive 5, excuse me. So we're going to multiply the top equation by 5 over 1. So notice the denominator is not going to change. So 5 times 1 is 5 over x plus 5 over y equals 40 over 1. Then we have 3 over x minus 5 over y equals 0. So remember, when you add fractions, you have to have a common denominator. So if you look, we have common denominators with these terms. The x's are both in the denominator, the y's are both in the denominator. Negative 5y and positive 5y are going to cancel right out. So then we'll have 5 plus 3 is 8 over x equals 40 plus 0 is just 40. And then you have a cross multiply problem. So x times 40, or 40x, is going to equal 8. x is going to equal 8 over 40, which is 8 goes into 8 once, and 40 goes into 8 goes into 45 times. So you have 1/5. So that's what our x value is. So we can plug in. So let's see here. Which one looks like a good one to plug into? Maybe the first one. So 1 over 1/5 plus 1 over y equals 8. 1 divided by 1/5, remember that's you're just multiplying by the reciprocal, so it's actually going to be 5 plus 1 over y equals 8, minus the 5 to both sides, you have 1 over y equals 8 minus 5 is 3, and you have another cross multiply problem. So 3y equals 1, and y is going to be equal to 1/3. So that one was a lot more challenging probably than ones you've seen in the past. So your answer is 1/5, comma, 1/3. Okay. On these special cases, I would decide what method you want to use. So maybe on this one, it might be easier to get it in standard form. So this bottom equation, if we go ahead and move the y to the left-hand side, so 6x minus 4y is going to equal 20. Then you can look and see, okay, I have a 6, a -4, 20. I could change the y's into +4 and -4. I could change the x's into +6 and -6. So whatever you prefer. How about we just change the top one? Let's multiply it by -2 so we can make it a -6. So you have -6x plus 4y equals -24. Then you notice right here, the y's are going to cancel, the x's are going to cancel, and you have 0 is equal to -4, and that's not a true statement. So this would have no solution. Okay, same thing over here. I think probably most of you try to eliminate the y's because you don't want to deal with that fraction. So let's multiply the top equation by a -4. So if you take a -4 times a 1/4, that's going to be a -1x. A -4 times a -y is a +4y is equal to -16. I'm going to recopy the bottom equation, and then I'm going to add. And if you notice, you're going to get 0 equals 0, which is your infinite solution situation. Okay, so we need to define our variables. Defining your variables is letting someone know that if you're using x, what does x represent? And you can't just put plants, or, you know, it needs to be pretty specific. So we need to make sure we're a little more detailed on this. So it says, you work at a movie theater, and on Saturday, you sold 179 tickets to Toy Story 4. Student tickets cost $5.50 each, and adult tickets $9.75 each. If the theater made $1,320.25 from Toy Story 4 on Saturday, how much of each ticket did you sell? So we're selling two types of tickets. We're going to have an adult ticket and the student ticket. So let's just let x equal number of student tickets sold. And then y can be the number of adult tickets sold. Okay, so KU is very particular about making sure you define your variables, so you gotta make sure you do that. So we know we sold so many student tickets, and we combine those with so many adult tickets, and that we sold 179 of those. We know that we're charging $5.50 for students, and we're charging $9.75 for adults, and for a grand total of $1320.25. So we need to get opposites. A couple things, if you don't like the decimals, you can clear your decimals. If we move them 2 places to the right on all of these, the decimals are gone. So maybe that's easier for you. Maybe some of you don't care, but now you have no decimals that you have to work with because we moved it the same number of places on every single term. I like elimination, so I guess that's what we'll do. Some of you may rather do substitution on this one, totally fine. So I'm going to, actually, let's do substitution, I'm sorry. Let's get y by itself on this one, so y is going to equal 179 minus x. And I'm going to sub this in for y. And then I can solve for x. So 550x plus 975 times 179 is a great big number. I'm going to combine like terms. So combine our x's. We get negative 425x plus 174,525 equals 132,025. And then I'm going to subtract this to the other side. Negative 42,500 equals negative 425 x. So x is going to be 100. So that means that we sold 100 student tickets. So if we sold 100 student tickets, if I go plug this in right there, that means I sold 79 adult tickets. So then you want to make sure you summarize your conclusion. So we sold 79 adult tickets sold. 100 student tickets were sold.